So today I want to talk to you about banishing procrastination days. So if you're someone who procrastinates, and the reality is everybody procrastinates, no matter how productive we think we are, we will procrastinate about certain things. So this will be relevant to each and every one of you. So yeah, keep on watching, keep on listening. Hope you find it useful. Welcome back to consecutive day 1855 of a diary of a runpreneur. And today's topic is all about banishing procrastination days. So it's a special little hack for how we overcome procrastination, because we all procrastinate, it's a matter of fact. But before we get into that, please don't forget that this vlog is part of a fundraiser of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, the distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style, and the more people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. So back to the topic, banishing procrastination days. So this is a little hack that I have because I'm a kind of serial procrastinator, just like everybody is, as productive as we want to think we are. And some people are more productive than others, absolutely. But the reality is we all procrastinate about things that need to be done, but we don't want to do them. And I'm pretty good at systemization as well. So I have a team of people around me. I'm pretty good at delegating and outsourcing stuff that doesn't kind of give me the best return on my time spent. But there will be certain things that I have to do that are really difficult to outsource or delegate, but still have to be done. So it could be, certain financial elements of banking systems, legal things, where you can still kind of pass over administrative side of things, but sometimes there are just things that you have to do. That's the reality. It's probably only the kind of, I refer to it as kind of 95-5 rule. It's normally only 5% of things that you just physically can't outsource or delegate to somebody else, regardless of how much you hate doing them. And this is what I'm referring to today. So what are banishing procrastination days? Well, to be quite simple, it's simply a day that you block out. And it will vary in frequency depending on how much stuff you generally procrastinate about and how productive you generally are. The more productive people, the people get more done, people have teams of people around them. These days will be few and far between. People who do everything themselves or are not very systemized, not very organized, not very productive, will have them a lot more frequent. But the reality is if you're organized enough to have a task management system of some kind, so what do you have to do? No matter how prioritized or structured it is, you've got a list of things you need to do. And the reality is there will be certain things that linger on that list longer than others. And regardless of how you want to prioritize them and all that type of stuff, quite often it's the things you do not want to do for whatever reason. And it's quite often the things that you struggle to delegate or outsource to other people to do. And your simple response is you will do things that you deem more important ahead of it at whatever cost you can, and just so you can kick the can down the street with this type of task. That's a perfect example of procrastination in real form. And so what I do is, I'm fully aware that I do this just like everybody else, and but what I do is when I see sufficiently, or when my assistant, my executive assistant, sees that I'm pushing fairly urgent stuff or important stuff that just can't be outsourced or delegated to other people, I keep moving the due dates back. They will clock this and they will tell me, right, we're going to book a banish procrastination day in the diary. And that day, all you're going to do is focus on those tasks that you've been kicking the can down and get them done in a day. Okay, and okay, there might be instances where things take more than a day, but generally speaking, a lot of the stuff I'm referring to, you can box off within a day by designating some pretty focused time towards it. And what that enables me to do is not feel too guilty about human nature of things that I don't want to do, that I have to do, and moving the due dates back. As long as I don't move them back too far and it causes issues further down the line, I'm pretty chilled about that, because I know that once I've done it enough, my executive assistant's going to kind of pull me up on it and say, right, I've blocked a day in your calendar, you're going to get these tasks done on this day because you're moving them back on a consistent basis. And if we don't do this, you're not going to get them done, and it's going to have ramifications further down the line. And that's the power of an executive assistant. Somebody who kind of takes control of my calendar and takes control of my life, really, and is able to identify things that I would let slip for weeks and weeks, months and months, if I was kind of in control of my own destiny in that regard. So having an executive assistant makes this a much easier process. If you don't, you have to be pretty kind of rigid with yourself, and it might be that you set a Banish procrastination day once a month, once a quarter, depending on how bad you are at this type of stuff. But yeah, and then for that whole day, I won't do anything else, okay? Because it's highly likely I'm going to find it a challenging day getting through the stuff that I really don't want to do. So I'm then not going to be expected to do other things on top of that. So my schedule is usually completely cleared on this given day, other than the stuff I've been procrastinating about. And I just clear as much of it I can. I do a day's graft on it. If I don't get through it all, it's not a major problem. It will be ordered in some kind of priority kind of order. So I'm dealing with the most important stuff first, and I'll just get a big chunk of that stuff done. If I don't get it all done, it's not a problem. I'll go back to normal tomorrow, and those tasks that I haven't done will keep getting moved back on the next Banish procrastination day, which will be determined by how much stuff I'm procrastinating about when that actually arises. I'll then box that off then. And doing this systematically, you shouldn't, when you're pretty organised and systemised and productive, you shouldn't be doing these very often. I probably look at them maybe once a quarter is when I do a Banish procrastination day. But they are game changing because it gets the stuff done that you wouldn't get done otherwise. And I've been guilty in the past of leaving stuff, procrastinating that stuff, and then it escalates into stuff that's much bigger and more challenging to deal with at a later date, which if you have a system in place to deal with it earlier, you can avoid all those unnecessary issues. So yeah, so the learnings for my diary for today, if you're somebody who procrastinates, let's be honest, that is each and every one of us. Some of us procrastinate more than others, absolutely. Some of us are more organised and more productive than others, absolutely too. But the concept here is simple. If you're identifying things that you're constantly kicking the can down the road in terms of the due date of doing something, you need to do it. It's difficult to delegate, difficult to outsource. You need to do it, but you never seem to find the time to do it. Then you need to implement Banish procrastination days into your schedule. And like I say, they don't have to be very frequent, but you only do it when you're noticing quite a significant amount of stuff that you've just been procrastinating about and pushing the due dates back and back and back and back. So then set a Banish procrastination day where all you're going to do for that day is those tasks, nothing else. You're not going to focus on anything else, and you're going to do as much of the tasks you've been procrastinating as possible. If you don't get through them all, it's fine. Just do the most important ones first. And again, then back to normal, back to your normal schedule after that. But then when you, again, start seeing the pattern occurring of some pretty important stuff being kind of pushed back and back and back and back, then you have a schedule another Banish procrastination day. By doing this, you keep on top of things, and it doesn't make it so painful. Yes, it's painful when you do the day, but we can all suck it up for a day for the greater good. So yeah, hope you find that useful. Any questions or comments, drop me a line. Anything relevant, I'll respond to. Do remember though, if you believe in my mission of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon of run vlogging on consecutive days of distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style, do give this a subscribe, share, like and comment. More people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. Thank you as always. Stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you again tomorrow.